to be discovered in the tales of D'aowVern.
Hello and welcome, strangers and friends, back to the Strangers Guild Tales from D'aowVern live stream. We have 3 of our 4 players today for nefarious reasons. But again, my name is Caleb the Bard. I am the Dungeon Master for our lovely crew. All of our socials are in the middle, but if we want to introduce ourselves, we'll go left to right. So it'll be Betty, Sabrina, Freckle, and yeah, feel free to say hi.
Hi, I'm Betty. I play Lady Ehm, who is our resident bard, and on my rolls, I rolled a 1 and I just rolled a 20. So I don't know what that means for the stream today. Chaos, I'm assuming. Pure chaos.
Hiya, howdy. My name's Sabrina, and I play Nortia Thornwood. Your lovely, hope-giving, hope-taking little divination wizard. So, owa owa.
Owa, owa.
Hi, I am Freckle. I play Yarrow, our clockwork soul sorcerer. And yeah, I'm excited for the stream today and to see what happens.
Well, welcome, Ollie. We got a new follow. Hello, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
And for those of you that are new, I will remind you and our players that I do award inspiration for the recap portion at the intro, just to kind of catch people up and to see kind of where we're going. So that being said, hey y'all, what happened last time?
So much. I have our moon count.
Moon count.
What's the moon count, Yarrow?
The moon count is we got Cal up there, Dianthus, Donna, Hemlock's on the other moon, Lady Dinah, and Phineas, and the rest of us are down here causing havoc.
That is true.
True. We were gonna go visit Atlas, who was gonna
Mhm.
tell us where Zahan was, because he's in jail for, I mean, who knows how we got there. It was me. I got him caught. Anyway, and did we get the plans from him? Did we get the
Yeah,
like
Atlas gave
We
us the
did.
plans.
Yeah,
Cool.
and it's Sue, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
turned into a werewolf.
Yes.
Were
And Atlas
Yummy.
and Sue booked it out of there. I think leaving us to run.
And for
I think we're
ourselves.
forgetting the most juicy part of this, in which it was revealed that Lady Ehm is royalty.
Yeah,
Excusez-moi.
and your mom and sister are terrifying.
But y'all don't know that.
the
Nortia and
mystic
Yarrow don't know that.
They
came
don't
and
know that.
told
Yeah.
you and would not give you their name. So rude.
Boo. It's like I'm Faye or something. That's so
Yeah.
annoying.
Also, Yarrow made a promise to a fae. So
I did. I don't think. Are we
Everything will be
aware
all
that
right.
she's Fae? I didn't think so.
I don't
think you
think
guys
we're
are.
aware. We all gave
I don't think
our
we
names
know.
so willingly.
So
Yeah.
willingly.
So ignorance is bliss. What can I say?
Work.
Yeah.
And speaking of Yarrow, Yarrow's brother is now currently Snow White. He's Snow White in Lady M's garden.
It's frozen. Technically
Rip
dead.
a real one.
Cook.
She's up on the moon too.
He's on Obus with Hemlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has Nortia's magic little necklace that was keeping Nortia from dying in combat. So let's see how that goes.
Nortia's kind of squishy, huh?
Yeah, Nortia's very squishy. Y'all ever heard about the 11 armor class?
Oh no.
That's
right. Mine's not a whole lot. Mine's 13, so I'm down there with you.
You know,
it's just 13.
It's a time.
Oh God.
Oh no.
I think we can look at it.
I'm 16. I have a 16 armor class, guys.
I love that for you.
I didn't think I'd be the tank here, but I'll go in first. Head first.
With Dianthus is gone, Lady Ehm has to
Yeah, it's all up to you. The book nerds are squishy as hell.
That's true.
It is a real funny
Oh.
change to the dynamic, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
That being said, in this moment, we revisit Lady M leaving the table with the mystic. Nortia and Yarrow were able to, from different directions, kind of sneak in. Nortia was more of the I'll take the front door, oops, didn't get in type deal. Yarrow ended up getting the notes that y'all were looking for. But what is your immediate reaction to the werewolf and your friend Atlas tore out of the building, left, and it is just squalor in the streets of D'aowVern? So
We're not
Well,
together, right?
you can
Yarrow
see
and
each other.
Nortia are together.
Lady M is at a viewable distance, but not to where you could like overhear anything.
Yarrow probably immediately would go to bring the notes to Nortia, just immediately hand them over, just like, I got all of them. Do you want to hold on to them, or should I?
Yes, no, I've got it. I think that there's ever a good time. Seems like they've created an ample distraction. So
Very distracting and surprising.
surprising indeed.
And you said we see Lady M, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna wave you over if she's gonna be heading
Yeah.
our way.
Yeah, M is definitely gonna take a second and like I imagine that like as the wolf runs past and she looks away and looks back to our Arven is like she's just very still processing everything that she just learned, and then we'll turn back to where it came from, see you guys, and tuck the flower into her hair and head over, watching for guards, but like they're all gone, right? Bigger fish to fry.
Right.
Yeah,
Could you give me a perception check?
I mean, I can give you one. Will it be good? That's the question. Oh, okay. 19 plus 5 is 24.
On a 24, the guards rush past. Like you said, bigger fish to fry. You see the large white werewolf bounding through the streets. And just before he disappears, you see Atlas, who had just ducked away from Nortia's vision, kind of matching stride with the werewolf, running a full sprint, but somehow also stealthily along the same route. And in the distance, you can tell that like this werewolf is going to lose the guards that are following it. You do also notice that they are running east, and based off of what you were here to do, and this will also be supported by the notes that Nortia just received, but y'all are going to be heading west to, as far as finding Zahan, like the werewolf and Atlas, by causing a diversion going the opposite direction.
Brilliant. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll head over to Yarrow and Nortia. Yeah. Did we get everything we needed?
Nortia just nods.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think we'll have to worry about guards for a bit. I have a feeling that they are. We need to go the opposite way, I think. I don't know if we've taken a look at the notes. I don't think we should go back to the shop to investigate. I think we need to look at them here and go.
Nortia opens the notes and starts filing through them, trying to take in as much information as quickly as possible.
I will say, Lady M, you also, with that perception check, the flower isn't some sort of like arcane thing. It's not like it's tracking you, whatever. It's just a flower.
Just a flower.
Yarrow, could I have you roll for me 2d4?
2d4.
Sip
just
your
look,
tea
guys.
suspiciously.
That seems
I'm
like
a little scared. That's 2 1s.
Okay.
I'm a little scared, Caleb.
I need you
That
to
sounds like a-
re-roll one of the ones.
Okay. Then that's another fucking 1. 1 second. That's a 3. That's a 3.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So if you will remember, Atlas also gave you a bit of like a care package. So as you are handing the papers back to Nortia, you have a second to kind of take stock, and you find two things in the little pouch that he gave you. One is a ring with blue jewels that wrap around it, which is a ring of water walking. While you wear it, you can stand on and move across any liquid surface, which I find particularly suiting considering your water
My new
stuff
fear.
that's happening so far.
Absolutely. Okay, perfect.
And then a necklace of adaptation, which while wearing this necklace, you can breathe normally in any environment. And then you have advantage on saving throws against harmful gases and vapors.
Awesome. I'll probably put both of those on.
Go for it.
You know, good to have.
I will say, it probably would also come to your attention, however briefly, of why he knew you would need these.
I'm a little curious about
Where
that
are we
actually.
going?
How does he know that?
But that is all. Every time, sidebar, every time I'm like, oh, y'all roll something, it's like, oh, I don't trust it. I'm like, guys, this is kind of nice. I'm being nice right now.
It
I'm
is
fun to help
nice.
you.
I
Being
appreciate it.
kind.
I'm a little curious as to how Atlas knew that. How he didn't see the drowning stuff,
No, he
but I
didn't see the
wonder
drowning stuff, but I'm wondering if it has to do with us getting
Where we're
him
going.
out. Yeah, and he saw all of that stuff like flash before his eyes and was writing it down.
Oh, you're right.
So apparently, Nortia's coin possesses people, which is so fun.
Love that.
Nortia, where do we go?
Nortia, from reading and flipping the information, do I have a good idea of like what's all going on?
Yeah, give me an investigation.
I'd love to give you an
just to, like,
investigation.
quickly ruffle through.
19 plus 5, 24.
Yummy.
Okay. This
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
even going to be too difficult because this is. So, for those of y'all who missed it, the information that came to Atlas was in response to Nortia kind of using her dream magic and a bunch of other stuff. And the notes that Atlas came up with are extremely detailed and completely arcane in revelation. It's not as if Atlas knew anything. It was more of almost like a airdrop of information, and he just nodded it all down, right? And in his notes, you find that on the west side of town, in the terraces, which is the western point, right as you get out of the city, but it's where a lot of the splits happen. You know, if you go further west, you have a lot of the like the cliffs and the sporting events and where a lot of the mining happens. If you go further up the mountain, it becomes deep foliage, and most people don't go that high. But the terraces are part of the island, very similar to what you would think of like docks are here, like warehouses where people do different types of experiments. You would even assume that like this week, now like magic is here, like there's probably a lot of stuff getting blown up on that side of town. However, with that check, you get a pretty descriptive mapping of how to get to the holding house. And on you said a 24?
24, yes.
You find that there are markings from the guards of who's keeping guard, but also who's being held. And there are two cultists, Zahan, Anya, and Lord Ogden that are being held in this specific building. And I briefly explained it last time, but because there's no like centralized prison system, it's more of a satellite like house arrest situation where people will have their homes commandeered, or like maybe like an area of business, and be like, okay, we just need to hold people here until we can find out how to rehabilitate. You get the feeling though that this isn't the most charitable level of rehabilitation, because Zahan got caught doing something that was presumably very bad, and Lord Ogden, y'all would probably, by like getting your story straight a little bit, would hear that he had hit the king. So this place is going to be pretty heavily guarded, and the building, it's a 3-story home with a basement. Obviously, there's no like this is the room that each person is in type situation, but you do get like there's a sheet of paper that has like a layout of the house.
We know why Ogden and Zahan are there. Remind me who Anya is and why is she in prison? Have we met Anya yet?
Anya,
Mm.
oh, Yarrow, go ahead.
Oh no, I don't know what she did, but I just know that she was the one who trained me in the magic at like in
Oh
Sehan's
yes.
little
Yes.
Anya
area.
is essentially Zahan's magic user. Like they work together.
Okay.
And y'all wouldn't know why she is also there. Actually, Lady M, give me a. This is always weird. Give me a perception check. How would you say a memory? Well, how would you like?
History? I think
History.
it's
I
one of
kind of
the
I think
history.
history.
Yeah. Let's do history.
dirty 20.
30-20. You don't know the full extent of everything, but Lady M, there was a moment when you were like looking around in the cathedral as everything was like kind of going to crap, and by the window that Donna was cast out of, you do remember seeing a small gnome woman that was casting back to the window, just trying to keep wardens away.
Ooh. Okay, so she was in the fight.
Mhm.
Ooh. Okay.
Nortia has ripped a piece of paper out from her journal and split it into 3s. And I'm going to cast Illusionary Script as we discuss our plan, and write everything out for all 3 of us to have. And if any of us get caught, it will not be able to be understood by anybody else.
Okay.
Yummy.
Smart.
And I'm doing it as a ritual.
Okay.
So I don't have to waste a spell slot.
Just for my visualization,
Mhm.
where are y'all doing this? Like, are y'all still
I think
outside
we
of the building, or?
would have like tucked ourselves away.
Yeah, there's like an alley or something maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Are you still invisible, Yarrow?
I don't think he took it off. He probably had the hood down.
Okay.
Just a floating
So I
head.
guess you could see like the guy floating there.
I love Yarrow. Iconic. Okay. Cool.
He probably forgot he has it on, honestly, at this point. It's just like it's like becoming habit.
Yeah.
So Nortia goes and describes everything, and she also draws like a little map on the back of the pieces of paper as well. I don't know if it's best for us to go in separately, to go in together, but it seems like a rather large building. It might take us a while if we all stick together. But also, and her eyes are kind of like darting, instead of keeping this like calm that she usually has whenever she's presenting ideas to the group. And she looks at Yarrow, Unless anybody else feels differently. But just in case. And she is showing you that she's ripping this paper and showing you how it works. All that jazz.
I mean, you're probably right. We'd cover more ground, and we could always split off just to look and then come back together at a meeting point.
Nortia starts drawing little symbols on the map, and then is putting like codes for what the symbols mean. So I feel like she would find like on the map an area that seems like closest to an exit, and like this is the if shit hits the fan, meet here, and then one is like, if like this is just an information thing, maybe meet in this like dark corner, just with different information on it.
So are we talking about going there and then splitting, or are we talking about splitting now and like all going there separately, or like?
I think we could travel together.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So
Yeah, stay together as long as we can. It leaves less time, I think, for something to go wrong.
How many different entrances are there, Caleb?
So I will say, yeah, you had a good investigation. So there's the main doorway, which is, of course, fairly obvious. Two, grand doors, right? This is, in looking through the map, it is probably some sort of mansion. Isn't quite the word. It seems like it would almost be used as like if you've ever seen a English style like school building. So like a lot of hallways and stuff, not super extravagant. But there's the front door. There are two doors on either side that are smaller. There is a building a small nook on top that is for like birds, like pigeons and stuff. So it kind of opens up. Leading into the dungeon, there is a storm cellar. So the typical like doors on the ground kind of lift it, go down the stairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entrances, and then of course like windows and stuff. But
I think maybe for the most coverage, we could go. Someone goes in down, someone goes in up, and someone goes in middle.
that is if we can all get in.
I have an idea for up.
Okay.
And Nortia pulls out her rope of climbing. Our favorite little mouse-catool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Would I know if there's other buildings around this building? Like if I got up on a different building?
I would say once you get there, you'd be able to kind of like scope that out.
I have a pitch for our break-in. If we want, I could set up some sort of alarm, so if someone does come in while we're in there, I would know.
That
Because
would be
I
great.
have the alarm spell.
Love that spell. Lady M, do you have any preferences?
Well, why was I about to put my glasses on? That was so funny. I was gonna be like, well, see here. Actually, that's hilarious. I'm very good with words, so I can take wherever there will be the most people. I feel like I would be able to. I'm very charming, so.
While I do agree with you, Lady M, I believe you are also the one with the highest profile amongst us.
That is correct. Yes, that's true.
And I mean, they know that Yarrow's been with Dianthus, but they don't have a lot on either of us. I don't know why I became Irish all of a sudden.
If you want to go in, I mean, by all means, if you want to go in the front door.
I don't think anyone should go in through the front door, personally.
Well, that was my plan. I was just going to knock, and they were going to let me in. So I'm glad that we're talking this out, because that would not have worked well, I bet. No, I think I think the best bet in general is going to be the storm cellar to get in. I think the other 2 points are going to be working more distraction than extraction, you know.
I mean, I could potentially, if we needed someone to go in the front, I have the cloak, so they wouldn't see me.
That is true.
Or I could give it to one of you.
I think what makes me nervous, right, is obviously if you were going to lock a bunch of people up, you'd lock them up in the basement, right?
You
So
think.
if whoever goes in that way is probably going to meet the most people.
Uh-huh.
So it might be smartest to have Yarrow go through the bottom with their invisibility cloak, and maybe if perhaps there was traps and that's what Caleb was preparing us for, they have all the things to avoid the traps. So maybe Yarrow, would you feel maybe you two should go in together, and then I can go in through the top and try and worm my way down. I feel like there will be less people at the top, and I have not been great at avoiding people. So
I'd be okay going in alone or with either of you. I don't have a preference. I mean, it would be better to cover more ground, go in different areas, and then meet at one point inside. Or if there's something that goes wrong, I don't know. There's got to be some way we can alert one another. And
how far does your entire internal dialogue go, Lady Ehm?
What do you mean?
Your mind links?
Oh, with telepathic? Oh my gosh, you're brilliant. You know, I'm glad you remembered my feats, because I wasn't gonna remember my feats. That's so silly.
Because mine
of
isn't
me.
that much of a range, which is the only reason why I asked.
Let me see here.
um,
My telekinetic thing, I think, is more of a homebrew than anything else. Because
Got it.
the telekinetic feat, as I'm looking at it, and I don't mean to ruin all the other stuff that we've done with mind links, but now that I'm looking at it, it does not say anything about talking to each other.
I think
like you
I think you might have maybe misclicked, because on my paper, like on my notes, I have telepathic.
Oh, nice. Oh, cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
How fancy.
there.
Let me click that one quick. That's so funny to me. I'm laughing so hard because we're just like 3 people who've never, ever played any kind of heist or breakout, and we're like, what if we just like went in the front door? Like, it's making me laugh.
A door idea. I thought it was fun. I was just like, maybe not the person who all the guards are like wanted. Oh wait, Yarrow's also wanted, but I don't know that. Dianthus is the only one who knows that, isn't it?
Did I don't know if I told you guys about that, did I?
Yarrow,
Did I?
give me
There were flyers.
Give me a government wanted check. These are really interesting. Give me okay. So I'm gonna do this. Could I have each of the 3 of you give me a wisdom check? So just like a d20 roll, add your wisdom modifier.
Got it.
I got a 13.
13.
Oh
Nortia,
no.
I can't see your fingers.
8.
8. Okay.
I got a 21.
Okay.
Cool.
So Nortia, on an 8, I'm gonna say you just kind of in this moment are reminded that Gunnar is watching Emrys.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Yarrow, on a 13, I'm gonna say you do remember that you were spotted. With a 13 though, the people that were after you was Ogden. So it could be either way. You're not sure necessarily if you're wanted by the government or by the cults or whatever.
Right.
You do know though that people are looking for you.
Right. And there was flyers before.
Right.
Right. So someone
So there's a little bit of that.
looking for me.
Lady Ehm, on a 21, like you said, y'all aren't really a heist crew, right? That's not really how y'all, kind of build your backstories or whatever. But you do deal with people a lot. And you think to, yes, it would be helpful if Dianthus and Cal and Donna were here. But you do think of, Gunnar guarding Emrys. And with a 21, you also think that even though a lot of your friends aren't here, the Mystic gave you the flower for a reason. And he did mention an air genasi. So that check was just to give you some other, not things to do, but like different angles.
Well, at least we know that your brother is safe because Gunnar is watching him. That is all Nortia can think of right now.
There's like that, like, oh yeah, ow, brother, but
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I think, guys.
just like go in.
I just think we should go in.
Hope it goes well.
Okay.
Let's just knock on the door.
Are you gonna tell
Good,
Nortia
good.
that you're wanted? Because that would affect her plan, but I don't want to metagame.
Okay, oh, no, he's gonna just. I already forgot about that. Thank you.
Oh no.
I think I probably should stay a bit hidden because there were some sort of wanted posters or
Wanted-
posters with my face on them.
Wanted by the guards? What did you do?
Somebody.
But Yarrow, what did you do?
Remember how I said that I accidentally stabbed someone?
Yes, Yarrow, I remember that.
This was one of the church people. And they
Oh.
not rightfully so. They're not happy about it.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
happy as in they are alive and upset, or not happy as in they are.
That person is. I think I thought they killed them, but then it was with the shears, so. Which I don't quite know what they. It's.
Yes, right.
complicated.
Well, maybe putting you right by the prisoners, having you extract, wouldn't be the smartest then, because if the cultist and the leader of the church is also one of the prisoners, revealing yourself in front of them might not be the best idea.
Listen, I know that I'm whatever, but I'm very, very good at. I'm a sneaky little guy, so I think that would be a good use of my skills, because I can do. That's what I do, is be, So I think I would be good at that, but I also know that I'm, people know my face, they know me, But
I mean,
What if they
I could
didn't?
use the invisibility cloak and then go down that way. Unless we have another way to.
Well, but then you would be wanted.
I have
I think.
an idea. It requires a quick pit stop.
Okay.
Okay.
For example,
No, we're on the same wavelength.
if you didn't look like you'd
If
still
I
have
did
all
not-
your skills. You'd still be
That's actually
charming and sneaky. Would you like to see if Ollie has anything in his shop?
Well, I don't think.
Ozzy. Ollie? Ozzy.
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 Don't think we need Ozzy. I can change what I look like. I just need a few minutes to be able to do it. But I can cast it as we're going over there, and then I can look like one of the guards.
Amazing.
That would be great.
So you are just gonna knock on the front door.
Yes, I am.
And Yarrow,
I could still go down there and just keep on the invisibility cloak.
yes, scope it out, and then when I get close enough to downstairs, I'll try to mind link with you, and
Okay.
you can tell me what's going on, and then you can unlock any doors or anything I need to get down there, and that way the church and cultists see me, not you.
But also, you're probably going to, if they see you, maybe. Do they know that we all know each other?
I mean, I don't think so. Specifically, the cultist and the church do not know that I'm linked to you and Dianthus specifically.
Okay, that's good.
I think that's what we should do.
I think you're right.
All right. I agree.
Okay,
I think
Okay,
we have our
li-
plan.
top, bottom, middle, break.
Right.
All right. So I have in my head, right, what's happening. Are you doing any stops on the way? And who's doing what?
Is Ozzy's on the way, or would it be like way out of way where it would waste distraction time?
I would say it's on the way. I will say if the three of you want to do something separate to prepare, I do have stuff ready if you all want to do that. But, you know, if y'all want to go together, strength in numbers, that's okay too.
I think Nortia would still want to go by Ozzy's to see if there's anything that's going to help. That's the only thing I can think of Nortia wanting to do.
So, Yara, what are you thinking?
Well, first, I have a question about an item. I have Chime of Opening. Is that for like just unlocked doors, or does it open like anything?
So you can strike it as an action, pointing it at an object within 120 feet that can be opened, such as a door, lid, or lock. But yes.
Yara probably would have told you guys. He has that.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. I will say, so for simplicity's sake, if you each want to go to see Ozzy, we could do that. Lady M, I know we've talked about how you have a plethora of potions that maybe you haven't actually sat down and looked at each one. But if you wanted to swing by to pick something up that you think might be helpful, we can do that. And then Yarrow, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to say, because it was pretty much the middle of the day, I'm going to give y'all a short rest. And then this phase is going to be kind of like a travel phase. So just let me know what you want to do.
Also on the pieces of paper that Nortia has handed to you, at the bottom in like small writing, she's written, if you see or hear fireworks, shit has hit the fan.
Yarrow, could you roll 2d20 for me?
Yeah. I would love to.
Why are you making
So
Yarrow do all the suspicious rolls?
because Yarrow has a lot of things going on up here, you know? It's a lot.
My marbles. That's a 19 and a 4.
Okay, let me make a note of something. So the 4, you'll figure out what that is later. But the 19, Yarrow, as you know, plans are being made. Nortia's making their notes. I'd say Lady M, well, not to tell you what you're feeling, but whatever you're doing in this moment, it is separate from where Yarrow is mentally. But in wherever you were holding it, the scrying plate that you got earlier glows, and I'm gonna say it doesn't seem threatening. And as you look at it, you see Dianthus, black, long wings over a river with all sorts of color and mist and they are laughing.
Oh, this bitch is fine.
Ah,
As you say
no,
that,
leave him on the moon.
it cuts to a visual of Dianthus still flying but upright, with their arms not like caressing but holding a woman with dark green and red hair with all sorts of spores and pixies flying around them. And just as you say, Dianthus, oh, it's fine, Dianthus is fine,
Okay.
the visual changes and you see a mare, a horse with dark black accents with fire on their eyes and hair, as Dianthus is kicked, and on their knees they are ran through by a dark elf. And just as the vision dissipates, you see Donna get struck, pinned to the ground by a blade, as Donna and Cal are out, like unconscious, and Dianthus looks very bloody and ragged. And that's it. And then it disappears.
Wow, Caleb, wow.
And that's it, bitch.
You know, reward the 19, you know?
Yeah, you know,
You see things.
that's like a whirlwind of emotions. It's at first the, okay, you're doing okay. My anxiety is a little toned down, and then back up it goes. I guess, I mean, are you guys around? I don't, you probably relay some of the information if we're, whenever we're back together. I don't know if we're like separated now, but
I'm gonna say this is right before y'all split up.
okay. So you could probably sense the change in demeanor, I guess. We should probably hurry it up. I think they're having a hard time up there.
Okay,
They're not looking great.
then let's go.
So you split up, you get your short rests. Yarrow, think about what you're doing, and I'm gonna come back to you. Lady M, what do you think you're doing here?
I have an idea of some potions that I think would be helpful. You can tell me whether or not, because I will admit, me having potions is very much like, oh, we need to do this thing. Well, I have this potion to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Sure.
very convenient for me to just be like, of course I have that. So, like, I can roll for it, or like, I mean,
Give me a little bit of what you're talking about. Like,
yeah.
what are you thinking?
So I've got 3 potions that I want to have
Mhm.
at the shop. One, I think, is one that M would definitely have at the shop. 2 are things that she may or she has, but are very convenient for me to just go pick up. The potion of invisibility, a potion of gaseous form, and bottled misery are 3 that I want. I want to have them. I think M would definitely have
Good
a potion of
pull.
invisibility. Isn't that, I know, right? But again, very convenient for me to be like, oh, we're going into water. Good thing I have this potion of water breathing. Like, that seems like cheating. I'm breaking the game. I feel like if I just get all the potions I want. So,
So you
yeah,
said invisibility, gaseous form. What was the last one?
bottled misery.
Ooh, that one I don't have a card for. What does that do?
Bottled misery. It's uncommon. Looking directly at it for extended periods of time invokes a mild feeling of sorrow in the viewer. As an action, you can splash the contents of the container onto a creature within 5 feet of you or throw the container up to 20 feet, shattering on impact. In either case, make a ranged attack, treating the potion as an
Gotcha.
improvised weapon. On a hit, the target must succeed on your spell save DC, or have disadvantage on charisma checks and saving throws against the charmed or frightened condition for an hour as it's consumed of feelings of hopelessness and misery.
So I'm gonna say this. So y'all three, you know, you do your thing. I'll come to Nortia and Yarrow in a second. Lady M, you get back to your shop. And I'm gonna have you first roll a stealth check just to see if anything happens on the way.
Good. Good. Nice. That's a 6. Oh my god.
Absolutely nothing is happening or following you, or nothing's going wrong.
Oh my
You
god.
get there, Lady M, you get to your shop,
Oh no.
and I'm gonna have you roll. So for those three, so it's not just a straight up like I have this perfect thing. Um, I'm gonna have you roll in order which 3 you would like, and then we're gonna make 3 investigation or perception checks to see if you can find them.
Okay, yeah. In order, I want invisibility,
Uh-huh.
gaseous form, and bottled misery. So
Gotcha.
bottled misery is the one I can live without if I don't have it, but I really want invisibility and gaseous form.
Okay. So then if you could give me that first check.
You said investigation or perception?
Mhm.
I'm gonna do perception because it's better. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 total.
Okay, cool. And give me 3 of those,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna kind of
Ooh.
tell you how it goes.
10 for the second one.
Okay.
That's cocked. And then a 16 for the last one.
Lady M, you get to the shop. It's still enthralled by the vines that I explained earlier. The trees have kind of hidden it. Specifically when you're not there. As you approach, it opens up. In the back of the shop, you find Gunner still, blade out, just kind of. You can tell that he's kind of like sipping on something, but he's just chilling in the back. Like, hello, lady. Is everything all right?
Yes, we found where they're holding Zahan. We're going to go break him out, which is going to go flawlessly. How is everything here? Is all well?
Nothing has changed, but good luck. You need anything, let me know.
If Artie or D come back, tell them to look under the counter, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
As you kind of give the order and kind of look through, you're able to find 2 potions of invisibility and 1 potion of gaseous form. Everything's been a real chaotic mess since this week has been a lot. So that's all you're really going to be able to find in this moment. Do you want to say or do anything with Perry?
My little guy. Oh. He's just hanging out in his cage, being a little guy.
Hello, Lady M.
Hi, Perry. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well. The big one feeds me good.
Good. Thank you, Gunnar.
Not
Good.
a problem.
I'll have him watch you more often.
I appreciate it. I have some more diamonds for you. Kind of like wraps his tail around 3 little diamonds. You notice that as time goes by, he's growing pretty quickly. And at this point, he's probably like the length of like your forearm, pretty long. There's like a little bulge where he's eating probably like a mouse or something. But he does have those 3 little like specks of diamond.
Thank you. Do I need to get you a bigger enclosure? Do you feel like you are too big?
I mean, probably eventually.
You can just like roam if you want. Just like, I know you're smart enough not to let people step on you. Just find a cozy spot among the vines, curl up, hang out.
As you say this, it's like he's chilling, vibing. The moment you say that, it's like straight up, like up, and he pretty quickly he's like, "Thank you," and he's gone.
Bye, buddy. The way Perry can instantly change M's mood is insane. Like, Perry just pokes his little head out and M is like, life is good. Like, everything's fine. I'm going to kind of watch him slither away, my little dude. And I'm going to take out a piece of parchment and I'm going to write a note for D and Artie quick and leave it under the counter. And then, yeah, I've got my potions. I'm gonna go up to my room and grab something from underneath my bed and tuck it under my skirts. And then I'm going to be ready to head out. I'll say bye to Gunnar. Thank you again for watching the shop, and Emrys, and you're just... Thank you, Gunnar.
Take care of yourself. And if Nortia says anything, never mind. Sorry.
No, what were you going to say? What were you going to say, Gunnar?
She is a feisty one.
Hmm.
But I'm afraid her strengths haven't caught up to her spirit yet.
I will look out for her. You have my word.
Thank you.
We'll be back soon.
Understood. Lady M, the note, is that something you want to share later, or do you want to say it now?
Well, essentially, I don't have it, like, verbatim, but essentially it's like, sorry, I was short with you. XOXO, love you guys so much. You all rock. Kisses and hearts.
Cool.
Like, take inventory of the shop and get the shop back together. Please water my plants. Please put the potions back where they're supposed to be. Please get an ingredients list going of what we have left and what was not been stolen. Like, just kind of, your job now is to get the shop back in array. And then also, because Artie was the one who told me about Arvin stopping by, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the bottom, if he comes back, if the horned one comes back, tell him I'll think of something really good and I'll just type it to you.
Okay.
There's something good. It's good. Trust me.
Okay. So last thing, can you give me an Arcana check?
I would love to give you an Arcana check. Well, that's going to be super great because it's a 5 on the die. So 5, 6, 7, 8.
On an 8, could you explain what you're wearing?
Oh yeah, I guess I don't think she would have changed necessarily. She's still wearing her purple, very flowy. It's draped and very Grecian in that sense, and her hair is braided back and down. She's still got the purple rose in her braid. She's got the black corset on that is now has the blue kind of in it incorporated into the look. And has got a couple couple belts with a couple different bags and things with her various things, right? Potions and herbs and all that good stuff.
As you kind of collect the diamonds that Perry left for you, there's almost a moment of like absently kind of touching the dragon scale that was left. And as you pick up the diamonds, you don't notice this, but a single spark of electricity comes from your finger, and Perry's little bowl glows a little bit, but you miss it. And you collect your potions, collect your things, and you leave. Nortia.
Sick.
Vive l'ennemi!
So you are going straight to Ozzy's?
Yes.
Give me a D8 roll.
A D8? I have so many pretty D8s. That makes my heart so happy. A 7.
A 7. Okay, cool. As you come into the shop, It's less busy than the last couple times you've been here. Pretty dead. You just see the large octopodon man in the back just, oh, Nortia, how's it going?
Hello, Ozzy. Things are going indeed. And for you?
Well, been a rather crazy week. Kind of wiped me out. But, how can I help you?
Well, Ozzy, I actually was wondering if you have anything that, if I were going on an adventure, in a dangerous place, maybe help me dodge, me be more athletic, more dexterous.
His tentacled beard kind of reaches out, and it would, if you read his facial expressions, it would look like he was ignoring you, but like the tentacles reach out and grab stuff and like feel it and then throw it away or like put it down, and so there's a lot of like shuffling. It's very hectic. You kind of look around a little bit, and two things he puts on the table, but a third catches your eye. And so you get to kind of the end of, about 10-15 minutes of looking around, doing like a full deep dive into everything. You find three things: a pair of gloves that you're not quite sure completely, just like off the rip, how helpful they would be, but they seem to be useful in maybe like with your rope, or if you have to deal with like different types of terrain and stuff. They are simple in appearance, but they have an arcane hum that you would think are kind of useful. Ozzy picks out a pair of goggles for you. They look very bird-like, has like a little like beaked nose and little eyebrows that kind of extend. And then you pick out a gorgeous ring with a hummingbird on it. Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana is +5, so 18 total.
18. Okay, cool. So on an 18, you would know that these three things are a ring of evasion, the goggles of night, and the gloves of swimming and climbing.
Okay. Ozzy, you know I love giving you business as much as I can. Is there any way you can bundle those two, and then Nortia eyes the ring and that one as well? For me, Ozzy?
Are you talking for free?
I would never say for free, Ozzy. It's not my birthday or our friendiversary. No
What are
gifts needed.
What are you thinking?
Well, do tell me, Ozzy, what would you normally sell these for?
Well, if you had been a little agitating, I would usually charge about 200 gold for the lot. But I like you, so let's say 85?
85! Ozzy, I can do that for you any day. And I will hand over 85 gold.
Okay.
Could I have negotiated? Sure, but I'm not risking my score with that, man.
There you go. And I will say it does bump a little bit, No haggle, just straight, straight shooting. You get the items. Nortia, can I have you give me a stealth check?
Yeah. You'll never guess. Ooh, it's a 6 on the die, so it's a 7.
Y'all are not doing great with these stealth checks. Okay, Nortia, you also don't notice anything.
Love that.
You get to, you get your items, you get out of there. Yarrow, what do you think you are doing in this
I have
time?
a question.
What's up?
So, speaking of the alarm spell, could I potentially use one of my sorcery points because I have the meta magic for twin spells? So, like, could I use that to have it like I could use like twice
I believe so.
potentially?
Let me look at the alarm spell.
'Cause then it like targets a second thing.
Yeah.
It's technically for like targeting a
Yeah, you can
creature, but
you
if
can use that.
Okay. Because the only thing that I could really think that comes to mind is maybe if like I walk back past M's shop, if I could also cast alarm like on the door.
Okay.
So if someone came in or out, it would kind of like ping me basically. And I think I can choose like who it doesn't go off for. So I
Yep.
guess like the three of us. That
I'll
that was my only real plan.
yeah, okay, sure. So I would say, Yarrow, you spend that time a little more of a leisurely walk, as in you're not like going to like get anything. Set the alarm spell for M shop, and for what was the other one?
I'm gonna use the other one for when I go into the basement.
Okay, cool. So I'll say that kind of happens as the three of you reconvene. Where do you oh, okay, so to answer your question from earlier, Nortia, the building is fairly isolated. Like it's not, you see it, and it's on a good, probably like 20-acre lot. Um, the land around it is terraced, and you see different minerals, and each spot has kind of different garden areas and like workshops, that sort of thing. This entire region of the city is very experimental in nature, but the mansion is how it was described. The layout seems to pretty much perfectly line up. You do see two guards at the front door, a guard at either side. You can't really tell if it's 3 or 4, but there are a couple people on the roof. You see people inside, but y'all are able at a safe enough distance to kind of see everything. Yarrow, I will say you are able to kind of clock and set up that alarm on the basement. Yarrow, if you could give me a stealth check.
Yeah. Please be okay. Okay, that is a 16.
So,
Yay!
right before you get to the rest of the group, Yarrow, I'm going to say that you recognize a hippogriff that is flying pretty close to the top of the roof and treetop lining. It lands for a moment, gives you a look, and you will remember this is Sue and Carrick's hippogriff. And they were just looking out for you. On a 16, you're able to clock it and stop where you're going to kind of hide, and it lands, and then it just kind of nods to you and flies off.
Okay, it's a friend.
And then the three of you get back together.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Did that hippogriff have a name?
Cometa.
Yeah, as we approach, then he'll probably announce just like, we have a little friend watching out for us. Cometa, Sue, and Kerrigan? Is that?
Carrick.
Carrick, sorry.
Carrick was a fighter that y'all ran into very briefly.
Carrick, got it. And Carrick's little hippogriff.
You're actually able to kind of see them like a ways up, kind of flying around now. Why is everyone making that face?
I don't know. You guys look. Do you know?
I'm suspicious. I'm so suspicious.
Well, luckily, I don't think anyone was following me around, so.
Oh yeah, you two, so stealthy.
I think I really did it this time, guys.
That's good.
Oh, goodness.
This will be fine.
Stop saying
He
that.
doesn't look like he believes it.
I think, okay, so recapping the plan.
Right. You go through the front door looking different. Nortia uses the rope to go to the upper floor. I'll go to the basement and I'll stay hidden with the cloak. And I can set an alarm so I hear if someone other than you two comes in. And we find Zahan and tried to get out.
Zahan and
And
Anya.
Anya.
We're getting them both out.
I mean,
Anya's a part of the team. We
Okay.
don't leave the team behind.
That's correct. Yes, we're getting them both out. Okay.
she seems very capable. If we just, unlock the door, then maybe.
You think they'll just let us
take
walk
it from
out?
there.
Where are we reconvening afterward? Here?
We could, or we could. I mean, I think we should probably reconvene before we go back to the shop.
Yes. Let's just
I
stay
agree.
here for now.
Okay.
For now. Ozzy had some great trinkets for me, so I think I'll be fine getting up.
Okay. That's
I
good.
have you have invisibility, Yarrow. I'm gonna take out one of my potions of invisibility, and you have invisibility, Nortia.
How long does this last?
That's a really good question.
I want to say an hour.
1 hour. Yes, an hour.
The effect ends early if you attack or cast a spell.
I see.
I'm in mourning. I'm in mourning. Okay.
Just so you know.
Oh dear.
I'm literally in mourning right now. Okay, cool.
I will say,
Sick.
at this point, if I could have each of you, and again, you're not in combat yet, but if y'all can roll initiative for me, just so we have that kind of, because there is going to be, you good?
Yep. Keep talking.
But yeah, so we're going to roll initiative, and then I'm going to make myself some more tea, and we'll have a little ad/spoon break. If everyone could roll initiative for me so I can prep this next part. And then, yeah.
I got a 12.
I got a 13.
Yes,
I got a-
Yarrow!
Yarrow! I got a natural 1.
Oh no!
Plus 4.
No,
Is a 5. I'm getting all my bad rolls out now, guys.
Get him
Yeah,
out now.
We got it.
This is Eva Clark of Colony Primus. There are 5 of us left. We don't have much time. We are en route to Outpost 1337, coordinates AP 1031. If you are hearing this, we need immediate evacuation. Please.
So, give me a group perception check.
Come on, y'all.
And you know,
Is this before we go inside?
yes.
I'm going to also roll a history check to give everybody, to give you two a bonus to it, but I don't remember what it is. Let me look at it. DC 15 to give you guys advantage. Or not advantage, proficiency bonus.
Oh,
That'd be great.
Okay.
Mine wasn't
18 for the first one and 15 for the other one. So you guys both get +2 to your rolls.
So that's a 12 for me then.
that's an 18 for M.
Oh, and then
And Nortia.
I go and
Come on.
wait, what is it? Perception?
Perception.
Oh, I got a 10. Right in the middle.
Nice.
We love
It's better than a
addition.
9.
And the heist is a go.
Oh my god.
So here's the deal. Yarrow and Nortia, looking around, you don't really see anyone coming. Like, y'all get to this spot, and it's pretty... You think it's gonna work. Lady M, you have just an off feeling. but you'll be fine. That being said, first, Yarrow, what are you gonna do?
First thing I'm gonna do is get to put on my invisibility cloak,
Okay.
make sure, that's all on and secure. And I'm going to start heading for that door by the cellar and try to open it.
As you are getting to the door, can you give me a acrobatics check?
Okay. Not bad. Okay, that's an 18. I probably should have done an investigation or something, make sure there's no like booby traps. I didn't even
Yarrow,
You're like, I go with
listen, he doesn't know. He studies in his tower all
I
day
love
long.
Yarrow.
Trying to work up the nerve to just do it.
and for this first phase, I'm not going to take your movement speed into it. I'm not going to be like, okay, we need 5 rounds to get y'all to the building. But for this first part, Yarrow, you take a couple steps, and the gravel is, after the first couple steps, uncharacteristically loose. And you said you have your invisibility cloak on?
Uh-huh.
Nortia and Em, y'all hear but don't see the light shuffling of, dirt getting kicked. And then, Yarrow, you hear a click as one of the stones, you step on it, and with that acrobatics, it is actually pretty good. So you figure out that you have to book it, because you hear this click and a barrage of arrows as you think they're people for a second, but the way that they're moving is very uncharacteristic, and there's 2 somewhat mechanical archers that are shooting, but the combination of the invisibility cloak and the acrobatics, they don't actually see anything, so it's very random. So there's just arrows that get shot into the yard, and you're zigging and zagging, and you hear one of the arrows snap a tripwire that was across as a 5x5 patch of grass catches fire. Luckily, that's about 15 feet to your right. You're going, and you get to the door, and you look back, and there were about 5 or 6 separate traps. There's spikes at one point. Part of the yard kind of opens up into this little chute. At one point, you realize that there's a 5 to 9 foot across fake grass ring around the entire mansion. Your foot touched it, but it kind of rippled, and you realize that there was like a bit of like acid that kind of but you're able to leap across. And so Yarrow very quickly, and like if the rest of the party could see you, it probably would have looked pretty badass, but to the other 2, it's just like all these traps going off, and then they don't know where you are. You do get to the cellar door though.
Wonderful. Can I message one of them and just
That is a good point though. You're the telepathy. Who set up what before? Because I'm assuming y'all did that before you left.
Nortia would have set it up with Yarrow so that when they were back within 30 feet of each other, they could hear each other.
And sorry, go ahead.
I was just asking him if we're still within 30 feet or not.
No. At this point, no.
Okay.
So, you're...
Yeah, it's not like I can just talk to anybody within 60 feet of me. So I will just know in my brain if they're within 60 feet of me, I can talk to them.
Gotcha. Yarrow, you're probably 150 feet. I'm gonna say it to make it simple, like in your mind, it's like the length of a football field, right? Like, because you were dodging traps, like it was, you had to book it.
He was just sprinting.
You were sprinting. And if you had a lesser roll on that, maybe you would have had to deal with it. But the invisibility cloak did help.
Great, wonderful. Yeah, so I guess I can't message them too, because I have messaged the cantrip, but it's 120 feet, so...
I'll say for simplicity's sake, you can message
Yeah.
one of them because
Wonderful.
again, this is all happening at the same time. So unless you were going off and then they were gonna wait for you, if the other two are also heading towards the house, you can message one of them.
Whichever one of you guys is closer, probably. I don't know who would be, but he'll send one. Just be like, "There's a lot of traps. I'm okay. I made it to the door."
I love Yarrow.
As Yarrow gets to the door, Nortia, it's going to be your turn. You do hear a little commotion in the house. No one seems to be going towards the cellar, but you do hear people moving. But what are you trying to do in this moment?
Nortia's gonna shoot back that invisibility potion after she equips everything that she got from Onsi. And then she's gonna try and go around to get a good vantage point so that she can kind of just like loop to the roof and then quickly climb.
Okay. I'll say with the combination of your gloves and the rope and everything, give me a strength check. You do have +5 because of the gloves.
16 total.
Okay. Nortia, you get to the backside of the house, and I will say, based off of Yarrow's quick sprint to the house, once you get closer, you're actually able to see that ring of faux grass I was talking about. You get to the house, you throw the rope up, you're climbing. There's a moment where, so you have a window, right? Roughly, 6 to 8 feet tall, but that top portion, you kind of push it in and it swivels. Nortia, for a second, your foot kind of kicks through that part. It kind of catches. And you hear a warden go, "What was that?" Kind of like turn around, and then you keep going. You get to the roof, and you see the two mechanical archers. From the waist up, they look like normal, human archers, but you realize that where their hips should be, there's a sliding metal mechanism that allows them to rotate completely around the roof of the building and basically on some sort of sensor or something shoot at people or things.
I'm just gonna keep climbing. I would try to like do something to them, but if I cast a spell or attack, I'm very visible, so good.
That is true.
I'm just gonna try and get through the window, the one at the top on the roof.
Okay, so I'm gonna say at this point, to have that realization and kind of looking at what you're looking at, this is the third floor. The funny thing about this is, Lady M, you can't see anything going on. Give me a perception check.
Perceive. What am I perceiving? That it rolled and landed on top of my other dice, so I don't think that counts. 15 total.
15. Lady M, with your natural 1 for initiative, I'm gonna say for whatever reason it takes you a second to get going, and you can chalk that up to you being nervous or mulling things over, but kind of at the same time you see the cellar door shuffle a little bit as Yarrow has made it there, and you do see that window that I explained kind of rotate, and so you have a general understanding of where your two friends are. Before you go, though, I want to give just a little setting explanation. Right now, the sun is almost completely set. Like, it is almost dark, and it is starting to sprinkle. A light rain has started to fall. You don't really hear or see anything, but Lady M, what are you going to do?
So, do I understand that my friends are inside, or that they are just there, like at the locations?
I would say this point, there's no indication that they're inside yet.
Okay. Hey, And I have to cross this minefield before I can do anything.
I will say that because they can't just set up like a death house everywhere they go. There is a path that leads to the front door.
Okay.
Pretty typical.
Uh-huh.
And I would say with your perception check, your eyes are pretty sharp. So you gather that the traps and the tripwire and stuff begin at the edges of the sidewalk.
Because I know my two friends are where they need to be. I feel like I'm playing more distraction than anything else right now. So I'm going to... And let me ask you this too. Do I know for a fact that the wardens know that Dinah is off the planet, like gone? Did I think she's dead?
I'll say, because it's been pretty much the full day since that happened,
Yeah.
a lot of what happened didn't make sense to most of the wardens and everything. So they don't know, like, obviously they don't know she's on the moon. But they would probably just assume she's either dead or missing.
Okay. Is going to... You know what? Screw it. Em is gonna take the form of... She's gonna cast Disguise Self. And she's gonna take the form of Dinah. Oh my god! Wow, yeah, that's what she's gonna do. And she's just gonna walk right down the path. Like a beat up Dinah. Like she's been through it, like she looked this morning. But like she means business, right? She's like back, she's
Okay.
rip roaring and ready to go. She's strutting down that sidewalk.
Okay. Okay. As Dinah gets to the door, both doors open up towards you.
Nice.
The wardens look rather confused, but they nod and let you in. And sitting in the middle chamber
Is Dinah? That'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. But
that would be so funny.
But no, there's about 4 of the higher level wardens, and sitting in a nice but not throne chair, a rather formal chair, is the Tender King.
Great.
Good.
Good.
He's sitting there with a full goblet of wine, like in front of a table with kind of these not necessarily battle maps, but you could tell there's a bunch of just logistical information, just like a bunch of government crap just on the table in
I'm
front of him.
soaking in as much of that as I can as I'm entering the space without being like I'm like taking in as much as I can without being suspicious.
I need 2 things.
As much as I can.
I need 2 things. I need a deception check.
Uh-huh.
And I need a investigation.
Okay.
Actually, give me the deception check first, because that'll dictate the next.
Okay. And it's the king, and then is there anyone else I recognize or no?
No, it's just him.
Okay.
And then his personal guard.
Right. Does he look like he's been punched? Is there like a mark from?
Give me the deception check first, and then okay. I'll let you know.
What, you're not just gonna give me all the information I want to know before I roll?
I'm not just gonna fully
Is
explain
that
every
what you're
aspect.
telling me?
What?
Are you kidding? So 10 on the die plus 9 is a 19.
Okay. There's a moment of like the wardens all look at each other and then like kind of like step as if they're gonna grab you, but then there's a moment of like, okay, well, you get to the table with a 19. Give me investigation.
That's a dirty 20 on investigation. 17 plus 3.
You see that on the table in front of him is descriptions, however limited in knowledge, about the cultists, a list of charges against the General Ogden, and a lot of notes of happenings of the church, albeit like tax keeping, tiers of leadership, that sort of thing. So it's full on this like investigative, almost detective work that's happening. To answer your question though about the king, earlier he looked like he'd been hit, but at this point he has kind of that suave, in cop shows when like the lead detective comes out of the room and they kind of rough the guy up a little bit, and it's like they're feeling good about themselves, like, hands are a little bloody,
Yeah.
but they're sitting there just like, I'll get it eventually, like I'm close to breaking this guy. That is the energy you get.
So I can infer that he had just had a conversation with Ogden, probably.
Maybe, but that's going to be your turn. Yarrow, you get to the door. I'll say you have your alarm set up.
Okay, perfect.
And obviously that wouldn't set off by you opening the door. You have two options.
And I have it set as like a mental one, so it's not like it's gonna be like.
Right. You have two options. Because you brought it up already, you can use the chime of opening and just go for it, or you can try to do it acoustic. Do it yourself.
Yeah. Is it definitely locked?
I'm gonna say you don't know. Like, this is like you haven't touched it yet.
All right. I think first, can I check if there's like more booby traps on it? Is it going to like explode? If
Yeah.
I...
You know what? Give me.
Did you see the panic on my face when you like
Yeah.
made this motion? I was like, don't grab it!
That's exactly why I was like, actually.
So give me either an Arcana or Investigation check.
Arcana or Investigation. Okay. Oh, my
Okay.
dice. Can I count that because that was a 19 plus 4?
Sure. Why not? You get
23.
You get to the door and you see at either corner of both doors, so the top and the bottom, there are these tiny, almost salt-like coins, and they give a light arcane energy. And I'll say with that check, as your hand gets closer, you feel those like electro orb things, you like put your hands on it and the electricity's like that's the kind of feeling you get.
Yeah.
And you get the idea that there's some sort of arcane ward on the door
Okay.
if you were to touch it.
Could I try using Mage Hand first to open it?
Sure.
Just to like touch it and see what happens, basically.
Yeah, so give me just a d20 roll with your spellcasting modifier.
12.
Your mage hand immediately illuminates. As it touches, it like the spark from each corner of the door shoots out and illuminates, and the hand kind of goes up for a second and is gone.
Okay, so I don't want to touch that with my fleshy hand.
Probably not.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna try the chime, I guess, the chime of opening.
There's a moment where so you see, the top doors like this, it goes like this, and this is the moment that M saw of like the doors like rattled a little bit, and there's a little bit of that shock, but it opens. Each door opens, and you hear these crisp like ch-ch-ch-ch as the arcane energy dissipates, as if by having it open from the inside, it's set to deactivate.
Wonderful. So as long as that's open and all is good, I will be continuing on my way.
And I'll say you're still invisible. So once you get down the steps into the cellar, give me an investigation check.
17.
17. Okay. Pretty quickly, you're able to recognize that this is a wine cellar. It's
Oh.
all barrels of wine and ale, except for the middle of the room. There are two men with black silk scarves wrapped around their mouths and only showing their eyes. But yeah, so you see these two cultists that are tied up by their wrists, but similar to the guardrail next to like a swimming pool. There in the middle of the room is a 10-foot radius, 20-foot diameter circle of water. And
I see.
I'll say with your investigation, the stairs leading to the rest of the house have been taken out. It is just like this cellar, the steps to get down in here lead to this room with the cultists that are in there with this pool, and that is it.
Damn. Okay. If there's nothing else there, I mean, are there any? There's no like trapdoors or anything around, is there?
Mm.
Like there really is no way to get.
Nope.
Ah.
I will say, because your roll was pretty good, the pool of water is out of place. You would recognize that it's newly constructed and does not belong in a wine cellar.
Can I go and like look at that a little closer? See,
Sure.
I don't know. What do I like? I could walk over it. I have the water walking.
Yeah, so I'll
But,
say,
like, can I look at like how deep is it? Like, is there anything in the water?
give me a nature check.
That is an 8. It's not great.
I will say then, Yarrow, you step out, and although you are a little, how should I say, timid when it comes to
Yeah.
coming to water again, you find yourself kind of investigating it. And this is probably the point where Yarrow figures out what the ring does, because you kind of walk out into this space because you're trying to avoid the cultists, right? They're both tied up, but they can kind of hear that someone is there. They can't see you, but you know, they kind of like, you know, rattle their chains, kind of moving around. But you realize that you're standing on the water. You've kind of made your way to the middle, and you're not falling.
I think he's probably still gonna just walk. How big is the water? Like, it's you said it's in the middle.
It's about 20 feet across.
I guess can I go over to where the wine is and just see if there's like I don't know. He's thinking trapdoor. Like start pulling them a little bit to see if anything happens.
I'm gonna say, Yarrow, I don't want to say destroy the room, but you kind of like tear it apart. As far as like looking for traps, like nothing really shifts or anything, but you get to a point where you realize that the water, even though it's in a pool, you can hear the water running.
Gonna look back to the water and see if I can see where it's running to.
And I'll say at this point you realize that about 15 feet down or so, there is one portion of the side of the pool that is lighter, and that leads to something else.
Wow. That's fascinating. So like I have the necklace.
Uh-huh.
Could I tell that that's what it does? That if I go in the water and I have this necklace, I could potentially breathe?
Maybe.
He's very scared. He's like, I don't want to drown again.
As Yarrow is contemplating this decision,
Yeah. Anxiety roll check.
we're gonna go to Nortia.
Yeah, go on.
Nortia, you are on the roof.
Me?
Or no, you're not on the roof. You went through the window, right?
Me?
I'm gonna say at this point, 3rd floor of the building. There is a long hallway, 5 doors on either side. Very simple choices, right? Where you're standing, you know, one on either side, and then 5 rows in front of you. If that makes sense. So, 2. Dimly but easily lit. Which door do you choose?
That's such a great question. I'm gonna crawl on the floor and look under all of the doors to try and see if I can see anything before I open them.
Okay. Okay. Give me investigation.
I would love to give an investigation. 5, so 16.
The two immediately to your right and left, and the next two, don't have any light or sound coming out of them. I'll say you kind of get through the entire hallway. Only 3 of these doors have any sensory indication. One on your right in the middle of the hall, so the third door on your right, has a slight shuffle happening, kind of like someone's like moving like a bookcase or something. At the far ends of the hall, the last 2 doors on your right and left both have light coming out of them. One, you can hear multiple people kind of boisterously talking, and then the one on your left, you just see candlelight coming from under the door.
And the ones that are dark with the like goggles, do I see like feet or anything in there, or?
I will say, since you're wearing the goggles, like, you look and all of your senses indicate there's nothing going on.
Oh, that's a spell. I can't do that. Okay. The candlelight door, I'm going to like take like a little piece of paper and I'm gonna tear it up and I'm gonna wad it. I'm gonna throw it at the door handle. So it wouldn't make noise, but like if there's something on the handle that happens when you touch it, like I would at least see something.
Okay. Nothing. It's eerily silent. But yeah, there's no flame or,
Ardia picks up the
axe
little
or
piece of
something.
paper and puts it in her satchel and then goes to open the door as like slowly and methodically as possible, to not make any noise at the doorknob so that she can kind of peek through and see a little bit more of what's going on in there.
As you open the door, you only see 2 things. There's a table that the candle's coming from. The table with a little satchel on it, just a little coin purse looking thing. And then a chest on the back wall. And give me a perception check.
I have a question really quick before I do as well.
What's up?
How long has it been since we went to enter the bookstore? Because I cast it see invisibility so I could watch Yarrow, so I don't know if it's still in effect because it lasts for an hour.
I'm gonna say, because y'all had the short rest in between, I'm gonna say it's been more than an hour.
Okay. Perception. 12.
Okay. That's all that's in the room. The little coin purse and the chest.
Nothing I need, so I close the door.
Okay. Okay. There you go. And this is... There are just...
I see Zahan, not there, I'm outie.
There are just 2 more rooms. So there's sound coming from it. You can tell it's multiple people. And whereas this room had like a candlelight coming from it, this one you get the idea that it's maybe like a fireplace.
Okay.
And a group of people, and then the other one is just, again, the room where there's like that light shuffling happening.
I'm gonna take my little piece of paper, throw it at the light shuffle room, the handle, just, double check.
The paper hits the door and it stops in the air for a second and then drops.
I pick up the paper, and Nortia's gonna kind of like look at it and twirl it between her fingers and kind of like put her quill up to it, trying to like figure out if it was like a magical thing that just happened to it, if there's any like remnants of the magic that she can like.
Remind me, you did the potion, right? That's how
Of
you're
invisibility?
invisible? Right.
Yes.
Yes. As you touch it,
Fuck.
the quill glows a little bit. If either of your other party members were standing outside, they would see the windows and the entire 3rd floor light up with a bright yellow and white light. It goes poof, like that magic effect. It hits your quill and it illuminates the floor, but you're still invisible. And as the light dissipates, you hear a quiet take up the shuffling or the boisterous room that I described, and behind the door where the shuffling was happening, you hear, "Is anyone there?"
Do I recognize that voice?
It is Anya's voice, and that is the room where the paper hit and whatever.
Fuck. Nortia is going to crouch down to like the door line and kind of whisper underneath the door, "I'm here. I don't know how to get in, but I will try." And very quietly, and then she's going to press herself against one of the walls in the room, or like in this hallway, not on a door or anything, in case the
Right.
guards come out to
Okay.
investigate.
Nortia, a couple seconds go by, and you know that feeling of like your heart kind of in your chest. It's like, doo, doo. The noise kind of picks back up, the same as before. You hear, "They put a ward around the room. As long as you don't use magic, it should be fine. They've tied my hands, but that's it. If you can open the door, I feel like we can get out of here."
Nortia feels like it's too easy. From the interactions that I had with her, does this feel like Anya?
Give me an
Or
insight
does it
check.
just sound like her? I'm glad I didn't say my name. 17 plus 5, 20. Oh, so no, plus 4, 21.
You've done a lot of interviews with people, scandals, historical drama, all sorts of stuff. You remember a story of a mother who was selling from a cart one day, and a warden knocked over her supply, and she was charged with a bogus crime. And when you went to interview her, the conversation didn't quite match the tone, meaning she was very apoplectic of, "Oh, I shouldn't have been there, it was my fault, whatever." But you remember just the undertone of someone speaking as if they're being watched. And you remember after that interview, you kind of stayed behind and you saw a warden leave the back room of her little market. And then you were able to get the full story when he left.
Got it. Got it.
As you think of that, Anya it is her voice and she is speaking to you, but you can almost you can't completely see it in your mind, but you think she's being honest, but also being specific for a specific reason, as far as saying to not use magic, because there's still shuffling going on.
Nortia's going to lean to the door again and say, "I just don't see a way in. I'm so sorry." But she's gonna stay.
I will say, are you still on the door, or are you going back to your position?
Nortia would say it, watch under the door for a second to see if she sees like feet move towards the door, and then she would go back to her safe wall position.
We're about to go to M, but before we do, Nortia, the door opens, and you see, as she explained, Anya in the middle of the room. There's a bright pink circle ward around her. Her hands are tied. She is there. And right in front of your face, you are invisible. You have your goggles, but you see a massive, probably like 6'5" human man. He looks out. He has a huge gash that goes around here, and it cuts like past his mouth. Full like spiked helmet. He has this like deep red cape. but he like looks out, looks straight at you, but can't see you. Now, where were we? And he kicks the door back closed. And then we are going to go to Lady M.
Ah.
You are standing in front of
This is stupid.
the king. What do you say? Dinah?
I'm just gonna look to one of the wardens. I might give like a curt, Your Highness, but I'm just gonna look to one of the wardens. Take me to Zahan.
Lady Bishop. Please, have a seat.
I will stand. I don't say that, but I'll just I
Right,
guess I'll get
right,
closer to the
right.
table. But
Right, you will stand. What do you want with him?
he has information on some rats in my basement, and I'm trying to clear my house.
A lot of spunk today, Lady Dinah.
It's been a long day, Your Majesty.
He takes a drink, puts it on the table. How'd you survive the blast?
How did Zahan? How did any of the wardens here? You're well protected, so am I.
Interesting. Give me a persuasion check.
Y'all do not hype me up right now. This is not gonna go well for me. I don't know why you got. Oh my god. Okay, persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Persuasion. Okay. That's a 17 plus 7 is a 24.
Well, maybe we have the same rats. Take her to him. These two wardens step out. For a second, they go to grab, and then he lifts a hand. Take her to Zahan. Turns, they start to walk. Dinah,
Yes, Your Majesty.
my general. Do you know why he struck me?
All I know is that you two were fighting, and then everything went wrong. I don't know why. No, Your Majesty.
Very well. Take her away.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Can I roll to see if he clocked me? That was a trap question, and I want to know if I answered it correctly.
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, that was a trap, and I don't think I answered it correctly. 16, 17, 18, 19, 30, 20.
You realize, as you're standing in that space, that this is a little too easy.
Yeah.
The papers are strewn out in a way of someone being reckless. And you, at this moment, you can hear stuff happening upstairs, but you look up and the entire second floor of this building has been taken out. And it's all just, this entire first floor is just this space. And there's wardens and sets of armor and different markings on the walls. He isn't necessarily arresting you. And he isn't lying when he tells the wardens to take you to Zahan, but it is not as easy as just coming in, getting what you want, and leaving.
I guess. Okay, but do I clock that he is suspicious of me not being who I say I am?
Yes.
Or is he just like,
yes,
got it, great, awesome,
and
so good?
Maybe not even necessarily that you're not who you say you are, but he has no reason to trust Dinah. So even if you're selling this, he's like, whoever you are, like if he could tell that you weren't Dinah, he would probably just straight up arrest you. Yeah. But he probably doesn't trust Dinah either. So he's just like, all right, take her to him.
Work, I guess.
The wardens kind of bring you to one of the side doors, which you see each have two, like each door has two men with daggers, like guarding it. But they open the door, they let you out, and I'll say as you get closer to Yarrow, at this point you get within that range. Do you want to say something before their turn?
Before Yarrow's turn?
Yeah.
Do I know that they're in this space? I don't know. I don't even think I know that they're in here. Do I?
You don't know that. You just know that you're in range. Like they
I see.
take
I
you
see.
out and you're able to sense Yarrow.
I will send Yarrow. Hey, tap 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 on your brain. I'm here. I'm disguised as Dinah. I don't know where they're taking me, and I think the king is suspicious of me, but I'm okay. I'm in. I hope all is well with you, and I have not heard from Nortia, and there have been no fireworks, so nothing has gone completely awry yet.
I can respond.
Yeah.
Yarrow, you hear this as the cellar doors open, and the two wardens walk in with Lady Dinah, who, would you have told them that you're doing this, probably? That you were going to go in as Dinah, or was that...
I didn't tell them I was going to go in as Dinah, but in my message, I said I was Dinah.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
so I can clock that's you. It looks like a mess down here, so clearly but I can respond. Okay, I haven't heard from Nortia either. There's just these two guys in a pool of water and wine. So I'm not really sure where to go from here, but it looks like there might be a way through the water.
To give a visual to what is happening, you're mentally telling Dinah this. You and the wardens are at the edge of the pool. Like, you see what Yarrow is describing, and Yarrow is kind of like thinking, but since you're invisible, kind of like pantomiming what you're saying as you stand over this pool. What are you going to do, Yarrow?
He's still trying to work up the courage to go in. I think, like, along with his message, just be like, I think I have to go in there. It's very like, I don't want to, but I'll do it.
You can do it. You can do it.
I think I'm gonna try and go in the water.
Yarrow, give me I'm gonna say a charisma saving throw with disadvantage.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's 5. Well, that's a 2 and a 5, so 2 plus 6 though, so that's an 8.
Yarrow, you're kind of frozen to this spot. Nortia,
Wonderful.
you, at this point, the door is just about to close.
Nortia takes the figurine that's the dog and goes, "Good boy," and throws it through the door so that it will fully transform when it is in the room.
Okay. And what are you wanting the dog to do? Just
kind of just like grab Anya and burst out the door, and Nortia's gonna stand back so she doesn't even have to go in.
okay. So the item lets you do that. So I'm not gonna say no to that part, but I need you to tell me, because you're doing this as the guard is closing the door.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to try to do something to keep the door open? Because if it closes, I don't think the dog has the dexterity to open the door. Or would you have them go the other way out of the room?
The other way out.
Okay. Give me a Arcana roll. Just Arcana check, just to see kind of...
Okay. 19.
Nortia, you say good boy, and for a second the figurine kind of hits the door and you think it's going to bounce back, but it starts to grow into shape, and so it pushes through, and this guard was sure there was someone outside, so he's still kind of peeking through, but the dog kind of, and I'll remind y'all, Anya is a gnome, so rather small. So this dog lands, grabs the tunic, the very simple prison garb that she is wearing, and just jumps out the window. And you just hear a crash. Lady M and Yarrow, you hear the glass break above you. The thud of doom. I will say though that Nortia, you, in hearing it, realize the thud should have been louder. But okay. And then the door bursts open, and give me an acrobatics check.
Great choice, nat 20!
Oh boy.
I almost rolled my other die, too! Whoever's looking over me, thank you!
All 3 doors open at once as this guard comes out with like the massive gash. You can tell that he's their lieutenant, something, some high ranked whatever. A bunch of drunk wardens come out of the boisterous room. A deck of cards kind of fall to the ground, and a bunch of coins kind of splatter everywhere. That door, that third door that opens, you clock it, and no one opened the door. But with that 20, everyone's rushing. People are bumping into each other. You have to like duck and dodge to get away, and you think that by going to the stairs you might be able to maneuver your way down, but you get over there and there's a rush of guards coming upstairs trying to figure out what happened. You kind of like duck under the arm of the grisly looking guard, and you get to the window. The room is empty. The ward has dissipated at this point. You have the broken window behind you, and you have all the guards rushing the floor. You can jump, or you can try to find a different way out.
They know that at minimum a prisoner has just jumped out of that room. He's never seen me. I'm gonna try and find another way out.
Okay.
Even though sneaking is not my strong suit, it's okay.
You realize that each of these rooms has a connecting door.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go back towards the room where the other guards came from, or you can try to find a way out from the other side, those rooms that were empty or nothing was happening.
I'll go into the nothing was happening rooms very carefully.
You open the door, nothing happens. You realize that this is the master bedroom of whoever was living here before. There's some, pictures, a bed. Give me a investigation check.
Okay, well it's +5, so it's 11.
You don't really find anything immediately of use, right? It's all personal items. There's a candlestick that kind of throws you off. It's the only one in the room, and I'll say you kind of like absentmindedly kind of knock it over as you're like looking for things, and you feel a burning at like the center of your chest, and you like look down, and there's a single, if you weren't invisible you probably wouldn't be able to see it, but like inside of your chest there's a green ember, and the candlestick kind of glows a dark green, and in a moment you feel a blaze kind of take over you. You come to, and you are somewhere I'm going to get to in a minute.
What, Caleb? What?
Lady M, you and Yarrow are standing there, and Yarrow is unable to get themselves to go in. The warden turns to your ear. She calls him by his name, and you feel the bunt of a spear kind of push you into the water. Yarrow, you feel the splash, and you are invisible, but there's like a moment where the wardens are like, what the heck, as the water kind of like rushes off of your invisible form, and Lady M is in the pool. At this point you
Just
feel the
floating?
pull.
Oh.
You immediately sink down, and you feel it kind of suck you to the bottom, and similar to Yarrow's trip where they went under the lake and were kind of shot out somewhere else, Lady M, you give me a acrobatics check.
14 plus 4 is an 18.
You actually are able to kind of ready yourself. Give me a constitution check, just to see how easily you are
Just
able
a check?
to. Yeah. It's not quite a save. You're not drowning, but
14.
in a couple seconds, you get that feeling of, whoa, that was a lot. I wasn't ready. I'm holding my breath. And right before you're going to kind of submit and do that, like, ill-advised breath underwater, you kind of break through, and your disguise, is it a concentration or
I don't think it is.
just straight up disguise? Okay. Yarrow, you are
Yeah.
left in the room with the wardens and the 2 cultists. As your head breaks, you see a green circle of fire, as if Nortia wasn't invisible, you would see them appear, and y'all are standing in the backyard of this place. This circle of sand was not viewable when y'all did the initial sweep. Nortia and you see Zahan and Ogden and 2 guards in this space, as you find that they are being held in some sort of arcane ward on the property, but there were only a couple ways to get here. However, Nortia, you are still invisible. The green flame did happen, so everyone's like, what the heck? But that happened. The flame erupted. Lady M pops up in that space.
Are guards freaked out that we're here? Are they like rushing toward us? Like what's...
The guards on either side look pretty uninterested. You look towards
it's
the
just
house.
2.
The house is erupting, right? Because Nortia was inside. You were on the 3rd floor, right? Anya got out because a freaking dog showed up. Yarrow wasn't seen, and M was fairly persuasive. So, yeah, like there's no real worry, right? But also, like, as the water breaks, you see that same fake green grass that was that Yarrow had experienced at the front of the house. But yeah, you kind of get up in this space and you see a murderous intent in Zahan's eyes, followed with a sense of confusion because he did see what happened. You bitch.
I'll drop it. My disguise. You rang.
Oh boy. He, at this point, him and Ogden both had their hands tied. Zahan's like, fine. Breaks them and just, like, with a
On
very
me?
quick, not on you, Ogden just immediately gets boom, decked. This older man immediately has like a round eye. Nortia, you're also in this space. So if you want to do something, by all means.
Lady M's got this under control. Nortia's taking a step back. I'm
Okay.
still invisible until I swing, so...
Yarrow, could
Yeah.
you give me an Arcana check?
I would love to. 11.
You can kind of hear your mental link with Lady M. Something's going on. They're not dead or drowning or whatever, but you're still standing on top of the water with like these people around you. Not to say that you have to go down, because that's, completely up to you. You can leave,
Yeah.
you can attack something, you can, do whatever. But you are kind of just like, okay, now what?
Can I try to free the cultists?
You can.
So that I don't have to do any fighting.
Give me a sleight of hand check. I'm gonna say with advantage. You're invisible.
I am invisible.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the good shit.
Thank God, because that was a 2 and a 16.
Okay, so you very stealthily unhook the hands of one of them, and he kind of, there's a moment of, huh. And this dwarf looks like he can see you for a second. And he's like, alright, good to know. And
I might give just a I help you, you help me.
He turns in a very swift motion, like unfastens the metal rod that he was attached to and sweeps the warden next to him. The other guy was a half orc, and he's like, oh, I guess we're doing this, and tackles the wardens, and the two of those two pairs start scuffling. Wardens enter the space as they hear stuff start to erupt. Yarrow, you're still invisible. What are you gonna do?
See, he's really scared of the water. I'm not gonna lie. He knows you're fine when you went in there, but I think it's like oh, but what if I'm not fine? So he might try to go out and see if he can see either of you guys like out there anywhere.
Give me
And stay invincible as long as I can.
Give me a stealth check.
It would be a 5.
Yarrow, you step out and you immediately hear a click, and the metal archer from the roof from earlier shoots out, and you hear.
Oh no!
You're gonna take, you're gonna take 3 piercing damage as an arrow pierces your shoulder, and for a brief second, Nortia and Lady Ehm, you hear the shot go off, and you see the slip of the cloak just for a second, as Yarrow at this point, because this space, it goes underground a little bit a ways from the house and then comes up, so y'all aren't actually too far from Yarrow as you step out from underneath the cellar. But you do see the shot, you do see Yarrow's face for a moment, and then the cloak's back up.
Is the arrow invisible now too?
I'm gonna say, because you're wearing a cloak and not a ring or a potion, the arrow is not invisible, because it is piercing the outside of both sides of the cloak. It kind of pins it to you, but the arrow is just, you can see either half of it as it kind of pokes out.
Shit. And I can't see the area the other two are in, right? It's that one's invisible, you said? Or is it?
It is invisible. I would say, Lady Ehm, what is going through your mind while all this is going on? Not seeing that, but being in the space with Zahan and Ogden and the warden starting to.
And Ogden and Zahan are going at it. What are the two wardens doing?
They're letting him go at it.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, we gotta get out, Zahan. I know you got beef. That's what's going through my mind, is I want Zahan to knock it off. You can beat him up later. We need to get out of here. And I'm also thinking, what was the green fire? And I'm also thinking, where is Yarrow? And I was gonna send a little message to Yarrow, if I could. But if it's not my turn, then...
Go for it.
I was just gonna say, Yarrow, we need you out here. And give you bardic inspiration if you choose to do that roll again to get in through the water.
Yarrow, give me a Arcana check.
Okay. That's a 7.
Similar to before when this has happened, you have a single piece of green thread that spools in your hand and falls and goes into the grass, and it's in the direction of where the others are, but you can't see them. You just know that they're that way. Nortia, what are you doing at this point?
I could see Yarrow for a second.
Yes.
How far away is Yarrow?
At this point, roughly 30 to 50 feet.
So, can I use my link? It's 35 range.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Nortia says, "Good to see you," in the mind link.
To Lady Ehm, there's probably in where? In the water?
Yes, in through the water. It'll spit you out on the other side. You just have to hold your breath. It'll be 5 seconds. You can do it. I believe in you, Yarrow. Please get out of here.
And then to Nortia, then after, it'll be good to see you too. I'll be there soon.
Okay.
And he's gonna turn around and then close his eyes and try to jump in the water and just go.
Oh.
I'm gonna say, so since you got the bardic,
Yeah,
give me the charisma save. This time with advantage.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Thank you. That's good. Oh, okay. That's an 18 plus my 6.
Okay.
And then if I do the bardic, that would... Can I save the bardic? 'Cause that would
Sure,
actually...
sure. So we'll say, there's a moment of
24.
Yarrow. You feel the arrow, and you're like,
I'm like, shit.
It's like fuck this. Okay, you turn and like very quickly kind of dodge and get around the fighting that's happening. The king at this point has walked outside. He's like, what the hell is going on? Like, what this hot mess? What, can't find good gods to save my goddamn... Not me, you idiots! As the arrow shoots down on him. It's like, and you see the mechanism goes. Yarrow, you dart through the basement, and you feel a slight pressure as the ring that you're wearing tries to resist you going under the water, but it dissipates. You hit and you feel the heartbeat in your ears, and you're brought back to the underground lake and Akatoa and the waterfall, but you realize you're breathing, and you get through, and like that moment of cringing ends, and you come up, and at this point, this is the first time the wardens have a reaction where they see you, Yarrow, and they're like, oh, what is he doing here? And they both lift their weapons at you.
Whoa, no, there's no need for that, Billy. Fine.
What are you doing here?
I just came to help out. What do you need help with?
Give me a deception check. I'm gonna say with disadvantage.
Fair. That's so bad. Oh no. That wasn't that one. Oh, the baddest one. Kayla. No.
A wanted criminal saying that you're here to help.
Yeah, aren't you only wanted by the church? So like,
Yeah, it's fine, guys. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna say on a natural 1, the warden that you said that to was the closest guy standing next to Phineas when it happened. It's literally the same guy that saw you do it. So he's standing there and he's like, oh hell no, and he like raises his sword. I'm gonna say we're gonna use like the same initiative real quick, because at this point that ruckus is all still going on at the house. No one really knows y'all are out here. You're gonna take 6 slashing damage as he takes his blade and just rakes it down your arm. It is your turn.
Wonderful. To just like on instinct, just try to frostbite. Use that on one of them.
Okay, yeah, go
I
for
need
it.
a con save of 14.
He fails to save.
Wonderful. That is 3 cold damage.
So are you doing it to the
The
guy
one who just
who just
flashed
attacked you?
me.
Gotcha.
It is just like, I think it's just a reflex for him, just like
Okay. And
swings the hand out afterwards.
and are you trying to like freeze him in place, or you just like attack?
Ideally, if it froze like the hand or something a little bit, that would be wonderful.
I'm gonna say with the damage that you got combined with the historical factor of this, Yarrow, you kind of flinch, and the frost turns into a, typical icicle. It just shoves through his foot as he's like, ah! The warden next to him is immediately like, oh gosh, oh boy. And he kind of like lifts a blade to you. Nortia, it is your turn. If you would like to do something.
So I have a question.
What's up?
With Dinah's dancing dagger, it attacks itself. Whoever I command it to, if I throw it up in the air.
Mhm.
So it doesn't count as me attacking, correct?
Right, it's a separate action. It's kind of like a familiar or like a spiritual weapon or something.
Okay, cool. So it uses my bonus action to do that.
Mhm.
So I'm going to, with my action, I'm going to do the dodge action. So if anybody like runs towards where the dagger was thrown up, I'm already out of the way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna throw the dagger in the air. And I don't want to do like damage to a person, but I love the person who just got frozen. That like barrier. You said there was a barrier around, right?
Mhm.
If I could try to get the dagger to like pierce his clothing and push him against the barrier, so I can see what happens if we try to leap the barrier.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
I use my plus to the sword, right? So it's +1.
Uh-huh.
It's a 9.
It does. So the dagger does kind of like pierce his armor a little bit, you know, and
Mhm.
he hits, but there's a flash of that same kind of green flame, and he's like kind of like pushed off of it, like ow. But yeah, he just pushed off. You're able to kind of like get out of the way. I think you're still invisible, right? Like
Yeah.
just kind of Nortia just like do 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 do. Anything else you would like? I'll say, give me an Arcana check just to see, because you were trying to figure out with like the barrier stuff.
17 plus 5 is 22.
The flash of green that emanates from the point where the dagger hit the barrier goes all the way around, except for the point directly behind where the two wardens are. There is actually a door that you see for a split second, and it's it's a typical door. It kind of looks like this is a tent that's been set up, not a normal tent, obviously, but yeah, there is a door that gets out.
And Mind Link, Nortia says, "There's a door behind the guards, so I'm gonna head that way." And I'll use my movement to, like, slowly, stealthily go over there.
I will say, since you used your action to dodge, if you want to try to open the door, you can give me a sleight of hand.
Yeah. 11.
The door, you pull it to try to open it, and you realize that it doesn't open. It doesn't feel locked, but in the brief moment before you realize that it's a push door, we're gonna go to Lady M.
That is hilarious.
I will say, actually, before we do that, Zahan is going to go for the door, not knowing that Nortia is there. And he, not seeing you, going to like kind of bump through you out the door. And the other warden, the one that didn't see or didn't attack Yarrow, is going to go for a swing. 14 to hit.
Yeah, could I think I have a reaction spell. Please hold. Could I use shield as a reaction?
Sure, yeah.
Then no, that does not hit.
What does your shield look like?
Can I just say it's like kind of this iridescent looking like face of a, like almost a clock sort of, you know,
Ooh,
very like intricate.
very very
Mhm.
arcane, just
Yeah, like it's very kind of like that see-through, except like a circle and like the Roman numeral numbers.
I like it. I like it.
that.
So I will say, yeah, because that is just your armor class, right? 14?
Until your next turn, you have a +5 bonus to AC, so it'd be more than.
Nice. Okay,
Oh.
so now it's what?
17.
17. Okay, cool.
Good
So
timing.
you have your clock shields up, and so that is your reaction, Lady M. It is your turn. So, like,
I would love to. So Zahan is out the door?
yes, he kind of bump tackled, shoulder checked on accident Nortia.
Okay. And one warden is fighting Yarrow, and what's the other one doing?
So one warden was fighting Yarrow, the other one got decked by Ogden.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna say, to my knowledge, the only person here with me is Yarrow.
Yeah, well, you would maybe know Nortia's there, right? Does your
Nortia is still invisible?
I'm still invisible and I've only mind linked with Yarrow, so I
Okay,
think
yeah,
that
so
Lady
you would
M does not know.
So you would not know. Okay.
Okay. But I know that there's a way out.
Yeah, because Nortia, didn't you say something to M about it? Did I make that
No,
up?
I said to Yarrow,
Oh, okay.
there's the door, because I was
But
mind linked with Yarrow.
I saw Zahan leave.
Give me a perception check,
Okay.
just to see if you caught it.
Yeah.
My face
14
rolled.
on the die plus 5 is a 19.
So you did see Zahan fall out. So you obviously don't have the same information that Nortia had about like what
Got
it
it.
is, but
Mhm.
but yeah, you do know that it is. That is the way out, so to speak.
I'm gonna say, follow Zahan Yarrow and cast Shatter, which for M looks like this green, like kind of like condensation, like centers around her and then she shoots it outward. So I need the two wardens and Ogden to make a Constitution saving throw, and they need to beat a 15.
Do I also have to make that? If I'm right by the wardens in the door?
No, I target the people and
Oh! Yeehaw!
So the wardens failed. Ogden succeeded.
Okay, so it's 3d8. Ogden will take half. 8, 9. So the wardens both take 9, and Ogden takes 3 or 4.
4.
Wait,
4.
4.
4. The wardens, the one that wasn't attacked, you see him immediately knocked out. Just poof. Ogden is like it hits him, but he kind of like shrugs it off. The one that Yarrow hit starts kind of coughing up blood, but he's still standing. Kind of leans on his spear, not having a good day. But the one that was passed out, you see the ward around this space drop. As you see the men that were leaving the building see M and Yarrow just full magic out just in that spot of the yard.
For my
Now what?
movement, for my movement, do I know where Yarrow is? Can I spot this arrow just kind of like bouncing around the space?
Yeah, I would say at this point the combination of the magic and the arrow and everything. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Yarrow and hook my arm into Yarrow's, and with the rest of my movement go for the door to try and get out. Because I don't know that Nortia's here.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Guys, I'm not very good at that. Okay. 18 minus 1 is a 17.
Okay. So you and Yarrow are able to get to that point right before you would get to Nortia. I will say all three of you notice at this point that the top floor of the house is on fire. There is a
Nice.
purple deep flame that envelops the entire top of the building. The wardens are split as some go for you, some are going for the cultists that have started attacking wardens. Yarrow, what are you doing?
I have my arm linked to Lady M's. I'm just gonna keep running, and head towards where I saw Nortia. And probably at this point, inform Lady She's like, I saw. I think right. I saw Nortia, correct? Or I know she was there. No, I heard.
You just heard
Heard.
that.
I heard.
Yeah, mind link.
Okay. Then I'll probably just inform and be like, I heard Nortia in my headset. I say hi, but I'm not entirely sure where she is, but she's close by. Nortia, if you hear us, just keep running.
Nortia, we're going.
You guys say this out loud? Or is it
Well,
I
Dara
do.
says it out loud.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Nortia, what do you do?
running?
So as we get to, because like, again, this wasn't like a full combat type deal. Most of these guards are, you know, completely discombobulated, don't really know what's going on. Nortia, you feel Zahan kind of grip your arm as he kind of realized what happened. It's like, we're going to have to get going.
I was on my way.
You're welcome.
Double time. Let's go. You see Ogden lift the axe of one of the fallen wardens, and as he goes for a swing, Nortia, you hear a crash in the line of trees behind you as this massive bugbear in deep blue robes tackles Ogden from behind. Yarrow, to your left, a owlbear comes out of the woods, and even though it can't see you necessarily, it like kind of like sniffs a little bit and like nuzzles your arm, and kind of in a rough but caring gesture pulls the arrow out of your shoulder, just in a quick like
What the fuck?
it's like, ow, that kind of hurts. And you hear a commotion coming from the house, which pulls the rest of the attention. But yeah, so Nortia, you said you're running. Is there anything else that you're doing?
Nortia runs and does like a, I don't know if you could hear that, but like a whistle to get the dagger to come back and like bounce back into her hand, and she slides it into the area on her thigh where she holsters her daggers, and she starts darting.
You do see a moment of Zahan's like, oh crap, like as the dagger like he's like, because again, you're invisible. He just sees this dagger flying at him, and then it disappears. He's like, I don't have time for this. You do see he is rather like beat up, right? Like they had been, you know, interrogating whenever. If I could get a perception check from, I'm gonna do it in order, but Nortia, then M, then Yarrow.
Awesome. Also, I don't know if this affects anything, but Nortia also would look down, and when she's running, try to follow the dog tracks if there were any dog tracks.
Okay. I will say that it takes you a second, but as you get towards the tree line, you're able to find them.
Okay, 19.
Okay, cool. Then M.
22.
22. Okay, Yarrow.
11.
11. Okay. Nortia, you notice that like just deep into the trees, but like viewable, but like that one point right before you wouldn't be able to see anything, you see Anya kind of with her arm around the neck of the dog, just kind of like watching everything as it kind of goes by. Lady M, your perception check, that rose you have kind of burns a little bit, like a light pink flame, as you turn around and you think you can see the outline of the mystic on the third floor. Purple flames behind him, but it's more of a fiery silhouette type deal. Yarrow, you're just booking it, like knees to chest, one track mind. You're out there, and like the other two, just for like flavor's sake, I don't know who would actually be faster, but Yarrow is like like running past y'all, just completely outski Lebowski. But Nortia, yeah, you have your dagger back. Was there any last second thing you wanted to do?
Before we break through the tree line, can I see the king?
Yes.
I am gonna make eye contact with the king right before I step into the tree line, give a very deep and dramatic bow, and then fall back into the tree line. Actually, I'm gonna misty step through the tree line. I'm
Oh,
getting the F out of there, but I'm just gonna give a nice dramatic bow and then
give me a
away.
performance check.
Oh, I would love to do that. That is a +7. That is a 25.
Okay. Very good. Very good. It's as you know, you make the bow, it is seamless, just and you're gone. Yarrow, I'm gonna say you fully booked it. Nortia, what are you doing in this moment?
Is there anyone chasing after us?
I will say most of what's happening right now is wardens are fighting cultists. Ogden is fighting the bugbear, but them and the owlbear are actually kind of not going the same way that y'all are, kind of pulling focus but leaving. The king is looking at y'all, but he's not, the king is not about to like on foot pursue you guys. The only real pursuit that you see are the 2 cult members that at this point have like snuck away, and you're able to clock on your perception. They are pursuing you.
Okay, but they can't see me, right?
Not you, yeah, like the
But they're
collective.
definitely like, got it. Nortia, because the onyx dog can see invisible creatures,
Okay.
and objects within the 60 feet of range. So Nortia is going to like run towards the dog and pat him and just go, "Let's go, boy!" And start running side by side with the dog,
Okay.
but not on the dog.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, I'm not small enough to ride this dog.
Okay. All right. If I could give me a group, like each of you give me a stealth roll. I will say the funny thing, since Lady M, you missy stepped, and Nortia, you're invisible, you two give it with advantage. But yeah, give me a stealth check.
I got a 15.
Okay.
Oh, glad
I
that it
got
was with advantage. Oh, sorry.
Me too.
Because I got a 1 on the first one and an 18 on the second one.
Nortia.
Oh boy.
I got an 8 on the first one and then a 16 on the second one for a dirty 20.
Nice. Y'all are booking it through the trees. You have Zahan. You can hear towards the left, the bugbear and owlbear are probably about 50 yards to your left, but they are making a loud rush through the forest. Y'all have Zahan. I will say, just for flavor, Nortia, the nat 1, there was a moment where you kind of like, you catch your foot and you like turn around and you realize that like some of the rope that you were using to like climb up had kind of like come out, and you have to like pick it back up, and then you're booking it. You almost tripped yourself with it, but now you're out of there. Yarrow, you realize that even though you don't necessarily leave your moon tower all that often, like, I don't know if it's the magic or the training or what, but like you are, ducking through trees, y'all get out of there, because this part of town, it's like I said, it's on the western part. You're able to, that entire southwestern part of the city is mostly forest. Y'all get to a moment where you're able to kind of catch your breath. There is sound in the distance, but not close enough to find y'all. How do you rest, or what happens when you have this moment?
Where's Nortia?
I'm right here.
Oh my god. Okay. Everyone is accounted for, Yarrow. Are you still invisible? You had an arrow through your shoulder. No, you don't. Okay.
It's not anymore, but I did get shot with an arrow. Yeah. I'm okay. Out of character, I'm like at 11 hit points.
Are you okay? You can give me your hand,
He will give you his hand.
and I'll cast Cure Wounds on my dear friend Yarrow.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Oh, thank
1d8
you.
plus 5. That's 7. You get 7 back.
I am
Nortia, are you
almost-
hurt?
No, not a scratch.
Are you hurt? To Zahan.
Oh.
Oh, I was like, it's mighty kind for you to be worried about me, but I've had worse.
Give me your hand.
No.
Give me your hand.
Nortia, while invisible, takes Zahan's hand and places it on top of his hand.
There's this moment of like, I like looks at you, doesn't see you, but like looks at you, looks at him. Fine.
And then I'll Cure Wounds him as well. Which will give him his health back.
So kind.
Ooh,
While
okay.
Em is doing this,
15.
can I see if Nortia clocks this new flower in Em's hair?
Yeah.
Is it still
Give
glowing?
me, give me
Oh.
a perception check.
I'm gonna use my 18.
Nice.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh,
you-
so it's plus something. It's at least 20.
Yeah. No. You. Nortia, it is like it's center frame, right? Like everything that's going on, you're kind of, like and like the slight flame dies out, but you see this purple rose in M's hair.
Nortia, well, after she put Zahan's hand down, she sees it and goes behind M's head and plucks the flower from her hair. So
Can I see if I can clock that? Because if I can, I
Sure.
want to. What do you want me to roll?
I will say I'm gonna give Nortia, because they use the divination roll.
True.
I'm gonna give them that. But give me a perception check.
Sick. That's a 12.
Yeah, no, it even
Nope.
even you noticed it, but like not at all. Like, unless Nortia, were you trying to do it without being noticed, or was it like ooh, what is this?
it was like, I think she was trying to do it without being noticed, because
Okay.
it was like the second that they were away from each other, now mysteriously Em has this new
Gotcha.
flower.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you have the flower, and M does not immediately notice it. We'll say you are busy doing your little
Healing.
cure wounds.
I'm gonna tear a petal off of it, put it into my satchel, and then put the flower back in her hair.
Nortia, give me a wisdom saving throw.
I would love to. I have
Oh
advantage
my
on
God,
those.
what?
Good thing I have advantage on those guys. Doesn't matter that I have advantage on those guys. That's a 6 with advantage. 7 with advantage.
Okay, something's gonna happen, Nortia, but first, Yarrow, what is your immediate reaction to the healing?
I think he just, gave you his hand. Thank you.
Of course.
That everyone's okay.
Yes. Yes.
And hopefully Zahan will be helpful. I'm side-eyeing Zahan so hard.
Bombastic. Lady M, what are you doing? Not having noticed what just happened, but what are you doing?
Cure Wounds Zahan, 15. He gets back, and then after the even after the healing magic is done, I'm gonna grip his hand and lean in. We saved you for a reason. We are friends now. We help each other, do we not?
Do you want flowers for your hospitality?
I have a bigger favor to ask.
And that is?
I'm gonna look over to Yarrow.
You know how to bring someone back from the dead, or someone who does?
Explain. What do you mean? Are you talking about the revival magic? Finding
anything.
people? Underworld
we-
treks? What do you mean?
I don't know. We have someone who is dead, and I need to get him back. Can you
He's
help?
not completely dead.
He's frozen.
It's complicated. I
Dead.
figured if
Where did they go when they died? Do you know?
No.
don't we?
All right. What's their name?
Emerus, my brother, is frozen in time, dead, and then Dianthus is not dead, but not here.
Yarrow and Lady Ehm, you spend some minutes arguing with Zahan, trying to get information, trying to explain everything. Nortia, you said you pulled a petal from the flower. Explain to me. So, were you pulling a petal and putting the flower back, or were you pulling the petal and putting the flower in your pocket? Like,
I
what
was
were you
putting the
doing
flower
exactly?
back in her hair so she might not
Okay.
notice that it was ever gone.
Gotcha. As you do that, because Lady Ehm rather distracted, the petal doesn't change, but the flower for a brief second, similar to before, has a light pink fire, and Nortia, although already invisible, disappears for a moment. Nortia, you are in a rather dark academic but comfortable space as you look up and around you and you realize that you are inside of a massive tree. You are not who I expected.
Am I still invisible?
You are still, well, no. You look
Okay.
down at yourself and you're glowing a iridescent, like almost bioluminescent purple. The mystic is walking around his space. He takes his mask off and places it on his table. That is kind of, there's a reading kind of like love seat type couch deal, a recliner, a bed, like very typical room type stuff. But you realize there's not a door, there's not any windows to this place. Just very tree room basic stuff. Did you mean to call me?
I did not mean to call you, as I do not even know who you are. So would you like to tell me who you are? I assume you're a friend of Lady Ehm's?
More of an old acquaintance.
An old acquaintance. Where do you know her from?
Where is a tricky question.
I'm a tricky girl.
Right, I'm not trying to be facetious. I just mean that if I give you a cardinal direction, it would mean nothing. And if I gave you a geopolitical location, it would mean less. Let's just say that where I am from is all around us and nowhere.
See, don't get me wrong. May I have your name?
My name is not mine to give.
Okay, not mine to give. I love a riddle as much as the next girl, but I work on facts. So if you could give me something aside from everywhere but nowhere, everything but nothing. I've never seen someone like you. And I've seen everything.
You, for a moment, up to this point, his hair is long and black and it hangs covering his face. It goes like halfway down his back, but like it's completely, and he looks to you and you realize he has no face. Completely blank. No one has seen something like me. You'll call it the wild. Feywild to some. Depending on which celestial you ask. The breezeway of Valia. Zahan is rather gruff. I've dealt with him a long time. But not as long as he remembers.
Nortia, although all she wants is answers, after hearing that his name is not his to give and seeing that he has no face and no one's seen anybody like him, Nortia connects for a second, because the only person who maybe has an idea of what she is Gunnar. And even with that, she's gotten no explanation. And she takes a step towards the mystic. Are you okay?
I am quite impeccable.
You're safe. This is safe for you.
It is safe. It has very strict rules. Makes it easy to circumvent harm.
Then can I ask you something else?
Sure.
Lady Ehm, is she from the Feywild?
You are familiar with the sea, correct?
With the sea? Quite.
Do you ask where fish come from?
You know what? No. No, I do not. If you do not have a name to give, is there anything I can call you by?
You may call me the Mystic.
The Mystic.
In the meantime, I believe that your friends will miss you. If you are gone too long, like I said, Zahan means well, but he is surprisingly limited when it comes to his magic.
And you mean Lady Ehm no harm?
No. Give me an insight check.
Oh, fuck yeah. Insight, +4, 22.
This man has no face, so it's rather difficult to read any facial cue. But in asking whether or not he means M harm, you clock that his immediate response, albeit honest and literal, doesn't necessarily mean you can take it at face value.
You said that this is like his area, right? Do I see any papers or anything?
Yes, you see a single book just on the center table next to his mask.
Nortia's gonna lean next to the table. Are you going to send me away then?
I believe that would be the kinder thing to do, yes.
Send me as you shall. And when he goes to send her, Nortia's gonna grab the book.
Interesting. Give me a deception check.
Oh, I don't want to look. Oh, that's cocked, so I needed to look. Okay, 15.
15. Okay. Let me try something. Nortia, you feel the book in your hand, and it's so much heavier than it looks. The pages start to almost like water running over your fingertips. It dissipates, and you turn around, and he's holding a single sheet of paper. This will be fine. All you had to do was ask.
I didn't think you'd just give it over yet, because we're not friends, but now I can call you a friend and the Mystic, huh? And she grabs the paper.
You would have noticed it, but it wouldn't have been as center focus at this point. He has a violin that is made of gnarly bark and bone and string, of course, but the bow is a long blade made of like ivory and steel, and he takes it not in a threatening way, but with a serene grace, he picks it up. He's like, "You got a lot of information from your Atlas friend, your notes, so to speak. And Zahan is really good at surviving through bullshit. The book would mean nothing to your eyes. Sorry, you don't speak the language, but this page," and he, with the blade, kind of twists, and the paper wraps around it, and you see a sylvan font kind of bleed onto the page as it falls into your hand. "This will help you find the gateway. Like I told Lady Ehm, the Genasi will help."
Gateway. To nowhere and everywhere?
Not quite. And with a swift, undamaging blow, you feel the blade cool run through you, and you're standing back with a single piece of paper. Between your thumb and the paper is that single rose petal, and it kind of wilts and turns to dust and dies. But you have that single sheet of paper in your
And I'm
bag.
no longer invisible?
No, you're with the other three. You also feel as if you were there a long time, but you come
Right.
back here in the moment. Like it's been seconds since you left,
Oh,
but to you, you were there a long time.
looks like it finally wore off, huh?
Are you hurt at all?
No. I did find this, Zahan, in the upstairs area, and she hands Zahan the paper that she got from the mystic.
That son of a bitch. I always... Fine. Fine, okay. I'll do it.
Do what?
You can do
Do
it.
Have y'all ever taken a road trip?
Many a time.
No, not really.
Not like this.
Are we talking about healing Emrys? We've just been going back and forth about this for 20 minutes, and now
Are you
you've
going
changed
to
your
help us
mind?
with everything? One thing? What?
Just all of our problems in general, Zahan? You need to be more specific.
There's a lot of people we kind of need to get back, so
Who speaks Sylvan?
I do.
No.
no.
You hear if Aruven sends you a gift, or in this case, lends aid, it means we have to go up. And that sentence was in Sylvan because he used the name.
I'm gonna respond to him in Sylvan. Who is Aruven, Zahan?
Oh, I don't speak Sylvan. That's just what happens when I use his name.
Who is it?
You should know better than me.
Can M context clues this in her brain?
You would know that he is someone you know or have met, but you don't know who it is. Like in some context of where you come from, he was there, but you don't know what that means. Yarrow and Nortia, to answer your question, you get the feeling that Nortia, because you just experienced trying to talk to Aruven, you didn't get a lot of straight answers. It'll be one or both or all or very little of what you're trying to do. And that's
What's that?
really all you can gather. Yarrow, though, in seeing the fire of the rose and everything, you have a flash memory of just the visual of the fight in the storm. If you recall when you're in your moon tower, with the wizard and the warlock and the Genasi monk.
So you guys were just talking in Sylvan, so we don't know what you guys were talking about. Just
Specifically, what Zahan said to. Oh yes, yeah, because Lady M responded in kind. Yeah, so you did not understand.
what are you guys talking about?
Apparently, there's someone who can help us.
Okay, that's good.
Whoever you're looking for, in whatever side plane that they are stuck in, unless you have specific materials, there's a place up in the mountain where you can do a ritual. D'aowVern has mentioned it before. I've only done it twice now. But where the snow meets the sky, there is not quite a temple anymore. It used to be. But now it's just some ruins. But there's this air guy, Genasi, whatever, who just hangs out and is kind of like this, for lack of a better term, ferryman between the two or three places.
Does that guy stay up in the sky a lot?
Most of the time. Unless you reach up with very strong magic, most people don't even see him. But you've seen him, haven't you?
I think I
Yarrow.
have.
Then y'all are in a lot of trouble.
What?
Well, think about it. You're dealing with the infernal. You're dealing with the celestial, the fae. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if the Triton folk have y'all roped in this somehow.
Oh no. That's funny.
That is that's funny. That's actually funny that you say that. Actually.
Y'all are going to need to hurry, and if that is going to happen, you have one night. Come sunup, we have to get moving. If whoever you're trying to save from wherever you're trying to get them, we got to get going.
Then let's go.
I will send word that I will be missing.
We have one night, correct?
At this point, you have about 7 hours, but yes. One night, give or take.
Nortia nods and starts sprinting towards Lady M's shop.
Let's go. I'll take off after her.
Following Nortia.
As y'all are moving, we're going to end the session before you get to the shop. But is there anything last minute comments or questions you want to give to another character or to one of the people?
In the mind link with Yarrow, Nortia is just going to say, I don't like keeping secrets. And you are the only person who has not kept secrets from me. Em is keeping a big one from us. While she's bolting towards the shop.
Yeah. I will continue to be as honest as I can. Is it a secret that should be concerning to us?
I'm only scared of it because I don't know it. And that is unfair. So, for now, it's just a secret.
Maybe she'll tell us when she's ready.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Until then, it's our secret that we know she has a secret.
Yes.
Are you saying this as y'all are moving?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
No.
Lady M.
Like in mind link. Okay.
I know, but Lady M, you were connected to.
Oh,
Was it
you
Nortia or
are
Yarrow?
linked to me.
Yarrow.
Give me a. Oof. Give me an Arcana check.
Guys, this is tea. Wait, this is tea. Okay,
Oh, no.
Arcana. Okay, 15 plus 3, 18. Right? Yes.
Yeah. Nortia, you say this out of earshot, and like that mental link is just the two of you. But as y'all get to like right before you would be getting to the shop, a third party would see just the eyes of Lady M, almost completely invisible in the tree line, and that is where we end tonight's session.